Today on Trying to Adult, I complain about the weather.
Now, why was that necessary, eh?
And Anesu breaks an elbow.
Oh, shit!
What's up guys, Tunea. So for the longest time I've always thought that cheap hobbies don't exist, and to be honest I still kind of feel that way. But to be fair, cheap hobbies do exist. Okay, there are hobbies out there that you don't have to spend that much money. I don't believe there are hobbies where you can't spend money. That's just impossible. I don't think that's possible. The ones that come to mind are things like hiking, exercising. You're gonna have to spend money to get good shoes if you really want to get into hiking. But here's the problem. I find cheap hobbies boring. I don't know why. Like, for the past couple of years, I've found myself spending money to have fun, which really sucks because there's not that much money floating around, eh? So yeah, cheap hobbies probably exist, but personally I find cheap hobbies boring. I have tried exercising. I just don't find joy in exercising. Why would I do that? I've even tried learning how to play guitar. I just could not stay consistent enough because the results were coming in super slow. I've even tried gardening, growing plants. That was a bit fun, actually. It was a lot more complicated than I thought it was, but I actually ended up spending like a lot of money just to try to keep my plants alive because they all died. So I guess that works. I just wasn't good at it, and I also didn't enjoy it that much, eh? Anyways, recently, if you watch my vlog, my Eswatini vlog, you would know that I really enjoyed biking. I enjoyed mountain biking. The nature reserve I stayed at had a mountain bike, like a mountain bike hire thingy, and you could hire a mountain bike and cycle around the park, like just go have a game drive or have a game cycle, which is pretty cool, right? And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that so much that I bought my own bicycle. Yeah, I think within a month after I came back, I spent a few days thinking about it, and I need an excuse to exercise anyways. So I was like, okay, let's go for mountain bike. So I budgeted 2,000 rands to buy a mountain bike and all the necessary accessories, right? I went to Magro, and the dude there was like, yeah, no, if you want a mountain bike for actually mountain biking, you should not buy your bike in here. These bikes will break, they're not reliable. Just go to an actual bike store, right? I was like, okay, cool, that's disappointing. First of all, none of the bikes there were going for 1,500 rands. I think the cheapest bike for my size they had was like 2,000 rands. So I was actually quite shocked. Like, the cheap bikes are going for 2,000 rands. I knew I was in for quite a surprise. Anyways, went to the bike store, and the cheapest bike, the first bike store I went to, the cheapest bike they had was going for 10,000 rands. I was like, whoa, okay, I didn't expect that. And then I was like, okay, do you guys have second-hand bicycles maybe? Maybe those who go for like 5,000 rands or something. Like, yeah, no, but our second-hand bicycles start at 24,000 rands. How does that make any sense? Anyways, I was like, okay, maybe I just went to a super expensive bike store, tried another bike store, same thing. This time though, they did have a cheaper bike. I think the cheapest one they had was 7,000 rands, which was still way outside my budget of 1,500 rands. Third bike store, fourth bike store, same thing. They had expensive bicycles. Then I was like, okay, fine, let me go back to the drawing board. Did a lot more research, and then I realized just how childish my budget was. And then I figured, let me use the same approach I used for photography, because photography is another hobby I have. And when I got into photography, I bought like a super cheap camera, probably one of the cheapest cameras you could buy. That was a Canon 500D. At the time it was probably like 4 or 5 years old, so it was an old ass camera. But that camera taught me a lot about photography. I actually got to understand what a good camera was and what good value for money is, So after like a year or so, I bought a Canon 60D, which I still have lying around here somewhere. And then I think 2 to 3 years ago, I bought this camera here, the Canon EOS RP, 20,000 Rand camera, just the body, which I would never imagine spending that much money on a camera back when I started doing photography. But I've gotten to a stage where like I really understand what I'm getting myself into. I know exactly what I want in a camera, and this camera offers most of what I need in a camera. I'm gonna take the same approach with mountain biking. I was like, you know what? Let me buy a cheap second-hand bicycle, beat that bicycle, break it as much as I can, so that I can actually learn and understand what a good bicycle is, and then at a later stage actually spend some good money to buy a good bicycle, you know? So I went to Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree and ended up buying a second-hand bicycle for 3,000 rands, which to me still sounds like a lot of money to just buy a bicycle. Like, I don't understand why bicycles are so expensive. But anyways, it's a really nice bicycle. I've been riding it for I think almost 2 months now. Thoroughly enjoyed bicycle. I wish I had discovered this hobby a lot sooner. Anyways, today we're gonna go mountain biking in Constantia. I haven't been mountain biking actually since I bought my bicycle. I've been cycling on the road, which is a lot of fun on its own, but I bought this thing to go ride in the mountains, and that's what I'm gonna do today. Okay, let's get going.
The boy.
Hey.
What's good? What's good?
How you doing, man? I see you with the
you know. Ah, there's the Scotch bike, eh? We get here and look at that. It is raining. Like actual rain. Now why was that necessary, eh? Okay, so we're probably gonna have to try again tomorrow. Let's just the weather. Nadini washa.
Dude,
Bruh.
I was also so excited, bro. Like,
Sunday, it's apparently raining.
Dude, it is. It's even 62%. It's even worse.
Okay, so it's not ideal, but we ended up in Camps Bay, and the idea is to cycle all the way to Table Mountain, like near Table Mountain, and then cycle back here through the mountain. So yeah, the weather still doesn't look very good. I have a feeling it's gonna rain on our way back, but you know, that's where the fun is, you know? Yeah, okay, let's get going. Ask my rains out, guys. Oh man. Oh shit! Bro, are you okay? Ah, fuck! Are you okay? Shit! Shit, I'm so sorry, man. Fuck! Are you okay?
Good. You know, just that shock.
Yeah.
It's a number one like this. Man.
Shit! I'm on top, bro. I'm on top. Fuck.
But it'll make for a very funny story. You know?
Can I include this in my vlog?
You should.
Oh my god.
You should. Oh, is it recording?
I don't think it recorded the actual fall.
But it recorded. You on the floor.
Wangato casualty on. Yeah, come cycle up, because there's gonna be a lot of uphill where we're going. Good? Yeah, let's go. Bruh, look at these views, dog. Andy, bye, bye, babe. This is actually someone's house in Camps Bay. Imagine having this much space in Camps Bay, bruh. Yo, this is such a steep climb. But it'll be worth it. It's gonna pay off. It better pay off, bruh. Okay, so the weather is getting significantly worse, and we figured, you know what? We can't be riding in the woods, in the mountains like this with such low visibility. So we're gonna go back down through the main road, and it's gonna be at speed. So that's always a good thing, you know. Okay, let's get going. Ah,
We're in the right road.
this is definitely the road. I know this is it, because there's no roads above there. So just further up. Dude, true or false? Cheap hobbies exist.
No. False, sorry. I was false.
Definitely false.
That's 100% false. If you find one, please do tell me. I'm keen to start it right now.
How much would you say is a typical beginner mountain bike?
I would approximately say,
Like if you were to go mountain biking on a budget, how much would you recommend somebody spends on a new bike?
I would put it around, if you are a novice beginner, I'd put it around 14,000.
14,000. Just for the bicycle.
Just for the bike.
Just for the bicycle.
Yeah, it's definitely much.
It's not for the
Not for the-
cheap-minded.
The financially challenged.
Oh my God. Oh, but we're here. Finally. Okay, so we are done. It's been a very eventful day. How's your arm, bro?
Surprises, I mean. I still have an arm lacking.
Are you sure it's not broken, bro?
We have
You good?
movement. We
You
have
good?
movement.
You good?
We have movement.
Nah, that's
Cut it
solid.
short.
We're so unlucky, bro. We're supposed to go mountain biking. That did not happen. We did end up biking, I guess, but like, yeah, it even rained. But anyways, next time we'll look at the weather in advance, because the weather did say it was going to be raining, but Cape Town, you really can't trust the weather here anyway. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll be a much better vlog than today. Anyways, cheers guys.